In 2019, a night security guard working at an abandoned office building decided to record something strange that had been happening during his shifts. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., the motion sensors on the third floor would activate, even though the building had been empty for years. At first, he assumed it was a malfunction, but one night he brought his phone and started recording as he slowly walked up the stairs toward the third floor. As he reached the hallway, everything was completely silent. The lights flickered slightly, and the motion sensor light at the end of the corridor turned on by itself. He whispered into the camera, saying that no one should be there. Then, as he slowly moved forward, something appeared at the very end of the hallway. A tall, shadowy figure, standing completely still. The guard froze. The figure didn't move at first. It just stood there, barely visible in the dim light. Then suddenly, it took a step forward. The guard panicked and ran back down the stairs, dropping his phone. The camera kept recording. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then, slowly, the same shadowy figure appeared at the top of the stairs, staring directly into the camera before the video abruptly ended. The guard never returned to work after that night. A few months later, another video began circulating online. This one was recorded by a couple who had just moved into a new house in a quiet neighborhood. They had installed security cameras around the property after hearing strange noises outside late at night. One evening, while reviewing the footage, they noticed something unusual. At around 3:05 a.m., a figure could be seen standing in their backyard. It didn't appear to be moving. It just stood there, facing the house. The strange part was that the figure looked almost completely black, as if it was absorbing all the light around it. The couple watched in silence as the figure slowly began to move closer to the house. It moved in a way that didn't seem natural, almost gliding rather than walking. As it approached the back door, the camera suddenly glitched for a moment. When the image returned, the figure was gone. But that wasn't the most disturbing part. A second camera inside the house, pointed at the kitchen, captured something at the exact same time. The back door, which had been locked, slowly creaked open by itself. No one was there. No shadow, no figure, nothing visible. Just the door opening into complete darkness. The couple moved out less than a week later. In another case, a group of friends decided to explore an old tunnel located deep in the woods. The tunnel had been closed off for years after reports of strange sounds and unexplained disappearances. Despite the warnings, they entered the tunnel late at night, recording everything on their phones. At first, everything seemed normal. The tunnel was dark, damp, and eerily quiet. Their footsteps echoed loudly as they walked deeper inside. Then one of them noticed something strange. A faint sound, almost like whispering, coming from further down the tunnel. They stopped and listened. The whispering grew louder, but none of them could understand what was being said. It didn't sound like any language they recognized. Suddenly, one of the friends pointed ahead. In the distance, a pale figure could be seen standing against the wall. They called out, thinking it might be another person. But the figure didn't respond. Instead, it slowly turned its head toward them. Its movements were unnatural, almost mechanical. Then, without warning, the figure began running toward them at an impossible speed. The guards screamed and ran back toward the entrance. One of them dropped their phone, which continued recording. The last few seconds of the footage showed the pale figure stopping just inches from the camera. Its face was blurred, but its mouth appeared to be wide open, as if screaming silently. The phone was later recovered, but the friend who dropped it refused to speak about what he saw. Finally, one of the most unsettling videos was recorded inside a small apartment by a man who lived alone. He had been experiencing strange occurrences for weeks, objects moving, doors opening, and unexplained noises during the night. One night, he decided to set up a camera in his bedroom while he slept. The footage seemed normal at first. He could be seen lying in bed, completely still. Hours passed without any unusual. Then, at around 4:12 a.m., something changed. The closet door slowly began to open. At first, just a few inches, then wider. From inside the closet, a dark shape emerged. It didn't look fully human. Its limbs appeared too long, its movements too slow and deliberate. The figure crawled out of the closet and stood beside the bed, staring down at the man as he slept. It remained there for several minutes without moving. Then, suddenly, the man's eyes opened. He didn't move. He didn't react. He just stared straight ahead, as if he couldn't see the figure standing right next to him. The entity slowly leaned closer to his face. And then the video cut off. The man later claimed he had no memory of that night. To this day, no one has been able to explain what was captured in these videos.